Woody versus Gorney back for a after Thanksgiving special loaded slate of Friday games. Gorney, love this weekend. Great chance to watch football all weekend. Started off with Tulane at Cincinnati. This one for a spot in the AAC championship game.
Yeah, the action here is on Tulane, so I'm gonna go with it. They're down to +1 probably, so really just kind of have to win the game. This is not your father's Cincinnati team. Again, it'll be kind of a back and forth game. I think it'll be an interesting game, but this is not the Cincinnati team from last year. So I'm going to side with Tulane here, +2. I think they win outright, so I'll take the points happily.
Yeah, the winner of this game not only is in the AAC championship, they get to host it thanks to Navy beating UCF last week. Just great. What a what an ugly one. Give
Yeah.
me two. I'm going to take Tulane as well. I just think they're got a little more talent than Cincinnati this year. I think they want to host that game. They want the rematch with UCF to try to make up for that game earlier in the year. So, yeah, give me the green wave. Next, Baylor going to Texas. Texas, an 8.5 point favorite.
Yeah, this is sort of a surprising line because is Texas better than anybody in that conference by 8.5? So, Baylor can stick around, make it interesting, but I do think Texas pulls away late. I'd take them 31-21, 35-21. So I'll happily take Texas here. It looks like a big number, but I'm gonna follow it and take the horns, 8.5.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go with Baylor. I just don't like you said, they're gonna beat anybody by more than 8.5. I just don't, I don't like that line. And I still have that TCU game stuck in my head where they couldn't move the ball against a good
Yeah.
defense. So I like Baylor to be able to slow them down. Texas still probably to win. NC State finally out of the rankings. It took an entire year
Entire
to get them
year.
out. They're going to North Carolina. North Carolina 6.5 point favorite.
Yeah, this is a game that I hate because everybody and their mother is on North Carolina. So, oh God, I guess I'll take NC State. Rivalry game, just about a touchdown. North Carolina looked like they were mailing it in against Georgia Tech last week. North Carolina's defense isn't going to be able to stop anybody. So I'll take the points here. I don't love it at all, but I'll take NC State.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take North Carolina. That was, boy, ugly, ugly, ugly last week. I think they got it out of their system. Now they want to get ramped up and try to get a shot against Clemson and a shot to play in a big time bowl game. So yeah, give me the Tar Heels to cover. Number 18, UCLA going to Cal. The Bruins 10 point favorites on the road.
Yeah, I'm going to take Cal here, and I don't think they win. But UCLA is coming off that tough loss last week in a rivalry game where DTR threw a pick late. I think there's probably a little bit of a hangover there. If this game was in the Rose Bowl, not that the fans would have any impact on it, but I think UCLA would win that game, and Cal doesn't play great on the road. But at home, they're tricky. They kind of held it together with Oregon for a little while. They could hold it together with UCLA coming off that. I don't think Cal wins the game, but I do think that they keep it close.
Yeah, do not expect a lot of fans to be at to be at this one. I'm actually going to take the Bruins. I think they had that game. They just could not get a stop to save their life. It was almost comical how quickly the teams were going up and down the field. At one point, I watched a USC touchdown. I went to the bathroom, number one, and by the time
Okay.
I came back, UCLA had scored and USC was already like in the red zone. So, uh, yeah, and DTR, if he would have just run on that last play that he threw it,
Yeah.
he had a wide open lane to run through. So yeah, give me UCLA. Last but not least, Florida going to Florida State. This line's been moving a little bit. Florida announced two of their best receivers are out. Seminoles 9.5 point favorites.
Not still, I mean, 9.5 seems like a lot. Florida State is playing much better. This is a rivalry game, though. Unless Florida comes and just does absolutely nothing, it's another game that I don't really love betting this one. But 9.5 is too many points. I'm going to take Florida here to cover it.
Yeah, I'm going to take Florida as well. Can't wait for the pregame scuffle on the field of the two teams
Yes.
yelling at each other. Who knows who could get thrown out before the game even starts? But yeah, give me the Gators to cover. 9.5 too much, although the Seminoles have really been rolling. So, all right, that's our Friday show. We got a full slate of Saturday games as well. Be sure to check that out on the Rivals YouTube channel.